Sea. Heat. Rivers. What is your impression of Guangdong? Dim sum. Cantonese opera. Metropolises. What does Guangdong look like to you? Guangdong, located in the sunny south of China, stretches from Nan'an, Shantou in the east to Leizhou, Zhanjiang in the west. It extends from Lechang, Shaoguan in the north to Dengloujiao, Jiaoweishan, Xuwen in the south. This represents an area of 179,725 square kilometers, accounting for 1.87% of China's total mass. Yet, this province created an impressive 10.88% of the country's GDP in 2021. From 2012 to 2021, Guangdong's GDP has increased from 5.7 trillion RMB to 12.44 trillion RMB, ranking first among China's provinces in each of these years. Looking back at the vast ancient lands of China and throughout China's millennia-old history, Guangdong has left its remarkable mark. It was the birthplace of Lingnan civilization, and the ancient Maritime Silk Road started from here. It stretched out for tens of thousands of kilometers from Europe to Asia, and it provided the initial spark to globalization in the Middle Ages. Which characteristics helped the Cantonese create such an extraordinary landscape of commerce and trade? Were they the characteristics of being brave and adventurous as started by Liang Qichao? And what kind of environment has nurtured the Cantonese people's unique disposition? Is it the arduous and precipitous Nanling Mountains as claimed by Zhang Jiuling during the Tang Dynasty? Are they the commercial sports where countless ships have sailed across the seas to places far away as portrayed by Li Gong'an from the Song Dynasty? Let's look for some answers through the ages with an open mind. Guangdong's terrain has a high elevation in the north and a low elevation in the south. Valleys and hills are scattered among mountains. The largest plains are the Pearl River and Hanjiang River plains. Nanling Mountains, the largest oasis, sit along the same latitude in the earth. They stretch east to west for more than 800 kilometers with an average altitude of 1,000 meters. Guangdong has a humid, subtropical climate. During the spring and summer months, water evaporates off the Pacific Ocean to the southeast and pushes in towards the inland. This moisture climbs up the Nanling Mountains, and rain falls on the windward slope of its southern foot. These rains nourish the largest forest in Guangdong. From traditional Cantonese ballads to the Hakka roundhouse deep in the mountains of Meizhou, we always see these mountain elements reflected in Lingnan culture. The down-to-earth characteristics associated with these mountains have gradually become closely associated with the Cantonese people. In 2025, Guangdong's upcoming first national park will be established in the Nanling Mountains. And currently, the Nanling National Forest Park is under plan. The area is on record as a habitat for 94 species of key nationally protected plants and 722 species of wild vertebrates. In the past 10 years, an increasing number of trees have sprung up, thriving under the sun in Guangdong. In 2021, forest coverage rate hit nearly 60% here. In the forests of Nanling, the queen of butterflies, the endangered Tanopopus aureus was spotted. While mangrove areas are suffering globally from the threat of decrease, the Zhanjiang mangrove forest has expanded. In Guangzhou Haizhu National Wetland Park, new insect species have been discovered. Harmony is the most valuable resource is a catchphrase that the Cantonese like to say. It is not only the key to business and life, but also a simple value which relates to the relationship between humanity and nature. Guangdong sits on vast lands, crisscrossed by rivers and dotted with lakes. The Pearl River is the third longest river in China, with the Xijiang River, Beijiang River, Dongjiang River, and others in the Pearl River Basin as the supporting tributaries. It ranks second in China in terms of water volume. The river flows down to the south from the mountains in the north, and the delta plain is formed as its estuary. Fertile soil and abundant water contribute to the agricultural production areas, including the mulberry garden dikes in Foshan. This river network that radiates in all directions has boosted the industrial development in Guangzhou, Dongguan, and other nearby cities. Guangdong possesses the longest coastline in China. and every one of its households is embraced by the marine culture and economy. It can be a bowl of seafood noodles on a street in Zhanjiang, offshore windmills in Yangjiang, large ocean-going vessels in the port of Nansha, Guangzhou, or the two established cooperation zones in the Pearl River estuary. A large river network was once a unique geographical gift from the agricultural age, but in the face of economic integration, it now hinders the flow of economic factors. However, with their desire for innovation and access to the world, the Cantonese people have transformed these barriers into engineering wonders. In the past 10 years, a one-hour traffic circle has allowed people to live and work anywhere in the Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macau Greater Bay Area. Landmark projects, including the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge, Guangzhou-Shenzhen Hong Kong Express Rail Link, Honghe Bridge, Nansha Bridge, and other significant works have overcome natural barriers. Currently, the Greater Bay Area has witnessed great rail transit connectivity among 10 cities, with Macau expected to be the next stop by 2025. The construction of the Greater Bay Area on rail is an indicator of a rosy future. Meanwhile, the opening of a number of new ports of entry and exit, such as Qingmao Port, greatly facilitates the flow of people between Guangdong, Hong Kong, and Macau. Working places, shopping, and enjoying dim sum are more accessible as the ports have set a new trend in lifestyle. When we look at the map of the Greater Bay Area, we see that the Shanghai, Shenzhen, Hong Kong Modern Service Industry Cooperation Zone and the Guangdong-Macau In-Depth Cooperation Zone in Hengqin on both sides of the estuary. Like a pair of powerful wings, they have been entrusted with a national mission and will lead Guangdong to fly even higher. In 2021, the economic aggregate of the Greater Bay Area was about 12.6 trillion RMB. This energetic world-class metropolis is emerging as one of the four major global Bay Areas. A fair place nurtures the spirit of striving to be the first, natural resources, cultural precipitation, the courage to be first, an inclusive and open mindset, and the mission and opportunity endowed by history have pushed the Cantonese into contemporary times. From the special economic zones to the Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macau Greater Bay Area, to supporting Shenzhen in building a pilot demonstration area of socialism with Chinese characteristics, and promoting the establishment of the two cooperation zones in Hengqin and Shanghai. The Cantonese are practical and competent. Proof can be found in their strength of seizing opportunities, living up to the expectations of the East Wind and the good times, and countless trendsetters. As an ancient, modern, diverse, and trendy province, Guangdong has been a magnet for the young. Countless youth from all over the country work hard here and bring vitality to and build a better future for Guangdong. Guangdong's prosperity is known to all. Its spring-like weather hits the spot. This is from an ancient poem that portrays it. It is the explanation to why the land of Guangdong, with mountains and rivers, facing a boundless sea, is thriving and flourishing, and the spring never ends here.